by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene, Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. Grant me 1 second. The moon is going to be full in Scorpio. To me, that's much more important than a lot of the other moons, even some of the eclipses, because when the moon is full in Scorpio, a lot of people's magic ends. The thing about Scorpio is it deals with the battleground. It deals with the culmination of things with enemies. It deals with the wrapping up of chronic cycles. Can even be a lot of deaths happen around that moon, I'm just going to say. So peace be upon you. Let's go ahead and get in here and fit in here and see what we got going on. It's been a while since we've done this spread. Better bands with the flows that flip up from the floor, with the doors that flip up. So I'm hearing a Mariah Carey song. I've been checking you out, and I noticed that you ain't just a part of the crowd. Somebody wants our attention. They're doing things to get our attention, and we're finally going to know what's happened. But I'm getting the energy. This has been happening a lot. I'm seeing it where it's not going to matter. Once we finally know, it's not going to go anywhere for the most part. Okay, so this just had to come out. This is from the other side. So somebody's getting disappointed. Tell me what you think about me. Tell me what I think about you. That what I'm just getting is it finally comes out, somebody's feelings or whatever, what have you, and it ain't gonna matter. There's this need to, I'm hearing fortune favors the bold. So there's this need to get something going on, get something moving, and it never happened. Um, we were just going with the flow. If it wasn't a flow, it wasn't a go. Somebody should have got our number, whether that's our actual digits, telephone number. Yeah. Or they should have approached us saying, hey, how do I approach you? I'm trying to get something going on with you. I want to connect with you. How do I get you on a date? How can I get with you even? It's a little crass, but it does the job. At least we know what's up. There's no guessing at that point. Excuse me, I'm pretty sure I just bumped the la camera. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out what this is. Love on the brain must be love on the brain. So somebody wanted la sesso, the sex as well. It's interesting. We have Il Mondo, the world, Il Torre, the tower, and then we have the tower and the world. So first of all, I can see why they wanted me to come to the channel. I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I sat at the table and I fell into a trance sleep, probably for a few moments, and I came back to a message. Okay, then put a torre, so they came from me. Now somebody here may be Sun in Aries, Capricorn rising. They may be Mars in Aries. So we definitely have a Capricorn rising and an Aries rising here. To a lesser degree, somebody may have their Venus in Libra. It's a very small degree. Now, somebody may have their Saturn in the first house, especially Uranus there. There's been a lot of attacks in the background, okay? Now, what's going on is that we're driving life forward according to drives, desires, passions, motivations. We're taking actions. We're desiring action, audacity, boldness, tenaciousness. We have the audacity because we're wanting an expansion. We're wanting the cup to be running over. We're wanting opportunities to be granted. We're wanting solutions to be known. We're wanting things to just start moving. We're gonna get to higher ground no matter what, but we're taking drives, desires, passions, motivation. We're taking action according to drives, desires, passions, motivations. Because we're getting out there trying to see what we can get going on, is what I'm getting. Yeah, so we've been setting systems, structures, foundations by using means, mechanisms, methodologies. And now we're bringing order to the chaos. So we're going to let the cards fall where they may. We may hurt some feelings. We may burst some bubbles. We may disappoint some people. That's not our intention. If we're being in alignment with ourselves, if we're going according to what's authentic, genuine, and sincere within our own nature, meaning if we hurt somebody's feelings, it wasn't our intention to hurt somebody's feelings. If we upset somebody and that was not our intention, we're kind of fine with that happening. If we're saying the truth, we're letting the cards fall where they may. As long as we're not going out of ourselves, out of our way to be harmful, to be even chaotic or disrupting, if that's what happens according to the natural scope of things, event of things, energy of things, that's going to be fine. That's going to be all right. Because the tower is falling here. Some things are wrapping up, however, and this is a little bit of a chaotic world. This might be a dangerous world. This might even be a battlefield. Okay. Now let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the flow. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so this is souls departing. Okay, and I'm just gonna say, my darling, this is not what I want to be saying, my dear. Um, a lot of suicides happen around the Scorpio full moon. I'm hearing lamentations. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so if you know somebody that's been withholding, withdrawing, slinking back, they're not hanging out as much, they're not eating as much, they're giving things away, a little extra love on them. Check on your friends this season, especially the ones that eat alone, that sit alone, that don't always reach out, especially the ones that might decline an invitation or two. You might need to do a drive-by, you might need to go check up on them. Stop them dead in their tracks and say, hey, homie, hey, girl, I love you, I F with you, I got you. I haven't overlooked you. You're not scooting by. I see you, eyeball to eyeball, chest to chest, homie. I see you. I think about you. I'm checking for you. I'm coming for you. We got to just do that. Okay. Now, this is what is to happen. Judgment is upon us. And now we have the Emperor and the Temperance card. So it's the timing. It's the right time for this. Okay. Things are balancing out here, is what I'm getting, what I'm sensing. Because there's been a lot of karmic effects, karmic causes that are now going to start showing their effects. The effects have been happening. They were, however, latent. They are becoming manifest. And the gifts and the blessings are starting to come in according to those who were perfected. They have the light of God. They're doing right. They're being obedient to the Lord now. General Operator Destroyer, the spirit of the universe, meaning they're doing what it takes to be in alignment with the flow of things instead of we ain't salmon, we ain't swimming up no stream, y'all. Okay, I'm just hearing that song. It's a Mariah Carey song. We're looking at the lyrics. get your number. You know, girl, it's crazy. See, I've always been wanting a girl like you. So fine, mother effer. Can I get your number? Things are about to close in a minute. It's like the time is running out, is what I'm getting. Let me come and pick you up. A person's uh, just in the nick of time shooting the shot. They're trying to come through, pull through, coming at it's coming for us. Timing is misaligned. It might actually be the right time. We might have had something in front of us for a while that's about to make itself known. What I'm hearing is the word latent, 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 latent. It's like a fingerprint. It's there, but we can't see it. We sprinkle the little dust, you know, we can see it all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? So when it's something latent that all of a sudden we can see, because we put the fingerprint powder, arbitrary example, this ain't no CSI and about that. I don't do law enforcement stuff. You know, I don't mess with the Justice Department except for a background check. So, you know, something's been there, but it's been latent, meaning unmanifest, and then it becomes manifest, meaning it's no longer hidden. It's there on the surface, but it's not easily visible, latent. There, what was once not seen becomes very well seen. That means manifest. Latency becomes manifest. Okay, it only takes a mechanism of consciousness, awakening, higher vibration, or we do a little fingerprint powder. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Something's gonna. It's and it's time. It's the right time. Now we have the La Justicia. What is that? The Justice card. La Stella, the star. Yeah, so we are finally getting our blessings. They're finally coming in. And it's because we're moving into the right ground. So we've been gate kept in some kind of way, shape, form, or another with this eight of swords here. This is rules, restrictions, regulations. We've been restrained in some kind of pattern for a while for some particular reason. It was because karma, protection, the laws of the universe, there were, yeah, I'm hearing unified field theory. So we were part of a collective that was quarantined, and also this is the next round, so I don't mention it yet. But we were part of I'll mention the Wheel of Fortune in a minute. I'm not reading on that just yet. It's the culmination of so far. So we were part of it. It was like I'm hearing sequestered, sanctioned. We were part of and I'm hearing the cabal as well. So we were part of a group of chosen ones, or enlightened ones, or exalted ones, or esteemed ones, or charmed ones, or whatever, what have you, so on and so forth, ad nauseam and infinitum, etc. We were part of a group, a special group that we were kind of sequestered. And that's this thing. If generator, opera, destroyer of great spirit, it means that you're in a season of pre blessings, pre blessings. Tell me how many times in your life do you get an opportunity like this tonight? Yeah, I'm just getting that. Yeah, I got a house in Capri with my own G4 and a Benz with the doors that flip up from the floor. Yeah, and I was hearing this word. I'm one of those fancy talkers. Literally $10 words is my business. Um, so I was hearing this conversation like, silence, be precise. What is this? Like, what are you offering? What is it you're offering to the conversation? Please, cogent, salient, germane, to the matter at hand, something substantive. I don't mean to scream or yell. When I speak like that, it actually means I'm passionate, not angry. But this is the conversation I was hearing. So somebody, we weren't willing to hear whatever BS somebody was offering up. It was kind of like, why are you talking at me? Why are you, petitioning for my time, energy, effort, and attention? What is this? What is this? I'm confused. Again, not angry. I'm just passionately speaking. So little lip service, little rata cucaracha, with whatever, marico mentirosa, with just yapping their mouth, nothing coming out though, nothing substantive. Tell me how many, tell me how many times in your life will you get an opportunity like this tonight? Tell me a little something about you. Here's a little something about me. A house with a sick hot tub. We can watch the flat screen while with the bubbles filling up. Okay, so that's material ways of the world. However, I do feel like our blessings are about to come in. We're about to be a big, big something, and we're going to be untouchable. We're going to stratification. Arikiki, yeah, stratification. So we're about to blow up, and the enemy has been trying to keep that for some time. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like, I don't particularly care. But it's happening, and ain't nothing they can do about it. Yeah, King of Pentacles is destined to be a millionaire. So why don't we get in here and see what that is, what that looks like? Yeah, the club's about to close in a minute. We're not gonna be doing the bottle service. Okay, so what Mama said, right timing. So this is our spiritual inheritance. Okay, I want to get your number. Like somebody wants us. Okay, you know, wanted to say what I'm saying. I want to scream. That doesn't mean I'm going to, doesn't mean anything's wrong, but I'm offended, which means something is out of alignment. There's a boundary, a standard, an ethic, a practice. Some little rata cucaracha wants to come towards us because they thought we was nothing. When we shot our shot, when they shot their shot, we got shot down or dismissed or whatever, what have you. And now they realize, oopsie daisy, that was a problem. Oopsie daisy, that was a mistake. I mistook, mislabeled, misjudged, misperceived, mistreated, misused, misabused, whatever, what have you. And now I need to slink on back or circle back around and get that, get that. Homie, it's too late. Let me just tell you something. For me personally, okay, for me personally, let me tell you, rejection is a turn off. And that's fine. Please reject me. Please reject me. I'm from sales. Okay, homie. I can get 100 no's and still make a bunch of money. Okay. So no is a closer to a yes, but that just means you moved on. You shot your shot, player, and then you moved on. That's how the game be sometimes, player. If you materialistic, then what's going to happen is you only going to respond to what it is that you want. Okay. And that's just the thing. Like attracts like. So you was a piece of shit and you thought I was nothing. And so you passed. And so walk on by. Okay, because you're circling back around now when you know what's up. And that's just the thing. Mike Davis, so you was hating on me when you thought I was nothing. Now you realize I'm everything. Now you want some of this. And the thing is you threw this away. Okay. So it's not your time, it's not your place, it's not your space. Get up out of here. And so that's why I was like earlier, like, what is this? What is this? Please say something substantive, cogent, salient, germane to the matter at hand. Okay, why are you petitioning me for my time, energy, effort, and attention? What do you want? Be precise. Okay. Okay. So that's just the thing. Like, state your objective, declare your mission. If you cannot do this, you cannot come close to me. No nonsense. Okay. And listen, okay, that's just what it is. I know some people hear that and they're like, but, ho, you only don't like my standards because you don't meet them. You only don't like my boundaries because you don't respect them. And if you don't respect my boundaries, you don't respect me. You quibbling and quabbling, yelling and yodeling, whining and wailing because you ain't it. You ain't ish. That's really what it is. You're being turned down. And it was for the best. The rejection was protection. We were left out. We were last because we were going to be the first to be chosen. Well, it's time. It's time. It's here. It's upon us. It's here. It's upon us. Okay, so why don't we get in here and see what this is? I'm just feeling like we're about to get blessed. We've been protected and on guard. And 2 sevens means it was a warning. Oh, because the devil was here. There was a lot of imposters. Oh, a lot of demons. Oh, the mark of Cain is here. This is the mark of Cain. You have 2 6s. Quindici, what is that? I don't know. 15. and 6. This is two sixes sandwiching a 5. Okay, so that's a flank. So, and then this together is the mark of Cain if this is anywhere around. Okay, so somebody was obsessed because we were getting blessed in a way that they weren't, and they were hiding behind manipulation and attacks. I'm sorry, baby, that's a no. I've been checking you out, and I noticed that you ain't just a part of the crowd. Okay, my voice box is not warmed up. Yeah, so they're petitioning because they know that not only do they stick their foot in it, it's going to have far and wide-ranging consequences. Here's the deal, homie. You lose big. You win big. Because I'm big game. I know I look like a little spring chicken to you, but homie, that means the Lord covered your eyes. That was protection. That was protection. And you did what you did. I felt what I felt. The experience was what it was, and arguing about it ain't gonna do no nothing. Tell it to your mama. Okay. So now they're suppressed, not depressed, oppressed, repressed, suppressed. There's not a lot that they can do. They've kind of made their bed, they gotta lie in it. And that's just what that is, what that be, and what it looks like. Okay, baby. So there you are. Your accomplishments are delayed. Not ours. Their accomplishments are delayed. And here's what they really get. This is what they've received already. They're going to be left out. Now they're untouchable. So for me personally, rejection is a turnoff, and I need you to communicate desire in order for my attraction to be sustaining. If I'm liking you, feeling you, and I come towards you and I'm like, hey, baby, how can we get something going on? I'm feeling you. My body likes you. I'm feeling receptive to you. How do I get your number? How do I approach you? Where are you at right now? Are you dating? Are you connecting with people? Maybe we should revert to a friendship. I like your energy. I want to get to know you. What's your story? What's alive in you? I talk like that. Me, I talk like that. So somebody can't say at least that. Oh, I'm sorry. And it's not just about love, okay? It's about everything and then some. But that's what this is, okay? And it's justice. Whatever they're getting is justice because we had to move on to calmer waters, and guess where they're getting left? They moved on. They passed us by. Walk on by. So if you check the link in the show notes, it's by your reader today with Serene Priestess Ablosi, and then there'll be a link there. That's my little link tree. There's a couple playlists in there. You want the ancestor playlist, okay? There's some music in there for you. Okay, so we need to get to higher ground, and here's that love. We only can be with people that are choosing us. We're going to be choosing people that are choosing us. So we have uno, do it, two, a triple twos. Okay, so here's a La Ruota, Wheel of Fortune, Il Justizio, the Judgment card. Okay, so there's the Revelation. The revelation is here. Okay, so things are going to be revealed pretty soon, and they're going to see like they're going to try to go back to swap out what they did. They're going to try to fix what happened. And this the thing is like we're not where they left us. We're not who they left us as. Whoever we were at that time, whether it was romantic or whatever, what have you, it's it's a new season. 8 of Cups. We're moving to another space. We're leaving the swamp. We're not who we were when they left us. We're not who we were when we were attracted to that person, place, or thing. So even if it circles back around to a Pentacles, guess what, homie? The tables have turned on you for a reason. Because now we had a boss up, come up, glow up, and you're staying the same. Okay. Really, what it is we're authentic gold, you're fake gold, and now you have the idea of what real gold looks like, and it's slipped right through your fingers. Okay. In fact, you're gold, we're diamond. So you can't compete because you can't compare. It's not a like matching like. It's real versus the joke, and you are the joke. That's just what that is. So now they're in a holding pattern, and ain't nothing we can do about it. And it's what you get. Now they want to come in and seize an opportunity, and that's fine and dandy, whatever, what have you. Now they recognize the opportunity, okay, or whatever. But see, this means the tables are turning. Okay, unfortunately, they're the ones that they see the sign now. They understand happen. They understand now. So now they're going to try to figure out a way to come back, to come in, to whatever, to what have you. Okay, good luck. Uh, good luck. Demon, you've been marked as a demon. Danda, celestial punishment. The universe, see, the universe wants to regulate this, and that we had the Papadensu, Vodun et Papadensu, Lord Narayan, Dattatreya. Here's the deal. Um, it's a no. Explícame, let me explain. Okay, so there's a new perspective here that trumpet was sounded, the judgment day came, and they came at us, came for us in a way that didn't get them what they want. They wanted us to be swamped. So they wanted divine masculine or the divine feminine, but they were acting like karmic, toxic, and uh, they might have been blind, drunk on illusion, delusion, confusion, the loco, crazy, delulu, whatever, what have you. And frankly, there was a system, structure, foundation, a means, mechanisms, methodology that needed to come correct. There was a policy, procedure, protocol that they did not adhere to. Okay. So fortune had smiled upon them. Their moment came and they didn't handle it right. They actually wanted to be boring, petty, basic bottom feeder, crab in a bucket, bottom of the barrel, whatever, what have you. Conflict, conundrum, crossing, competition, okay, compounding, cascading cacophony of karma. Ultimately, they wanted to be demonic, hellfire, okay, basic. This is no, this is a no. So they wanted to be demonic. They were on demon time. And we had to regulate that. We needed to have system, structure, foundations. We need to have God duties and obligations as a person of God. High moral, high integrity, period, point blank. Okay, this is what that is. This is what that be. It's unfortunate because the blessings are here. Our cup is running over. We're highly blessed, chosen, and anointed. Um, but we're going to be christened as that. We're having like a debut. So it's going to come out that we're the real deal and that everybody else is an image. They're falsita, impastore, la falsita, imposter. Okay. Oops. 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 Okay, so now we have la forza. What is that? Liova, Leo, the lion, strength. So now we have the strength clarified by the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands. So both Leo energy. Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay. And the Empress is clarified by the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So we're, like I said, we're highly favored, blessed, chosen, and anointed. And we're of great spiritual power. If we're a man with this energy, it means we come from a royal lineage. If we're a woman with this energy, we're a woman of great, profound spiritual power. And it's true. So we are Hunsigan, Mamisigan. We are great spiritual power. We have the ear of God, direct access to the heaven. We're cherubim. So you know those four. We're a whirling force. We're a complete 100% light being. Voodoo chocolate doesn't mean voodoo, bruja, voodoo, voodoo, abracadabra, hocus pocus. What it means is that we come from source. We are made 100% of divine energy. Okay, with the Imperatrice here, it would mean that because voodoo means source. So we're of an angelic lineage. So this also means that we're demigoddess, we're divine, we're a divine being. So they really messed up. Whoever, whatever, how, whatever person, place, or thing Okay. Now everybody want a piece of this. Okay, but you didn't you mistreated this when you had access to this. And so now that this has gone on and gone ahead, now you're trying to chase. Now you up in our coattails, want to sound something when you didn't do no nothing. When you have the moment, the time, the energy, effort, and attention. Now you have the audacity to quibble, quabble, to contest, to complain. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. You can go, ho. You can go. You can go. You can go. You can go with this shenanigans. Bye. Bye. Eh. Bye, fanculo. I get. All right. So that's a no. Let's read this down. That was the energy. Hi, baby. What are you doing? Come on. Come up here. Just don't bother me. Don't. Just. Hi, silly. Hello. The cat's here. Candy Canny. Okay. Just behave, honey. Okay, sweetheart. So we've overcome something, mainly the darkness, but our lower nature. You can come. We've overcome our lower nature because we had to have strength, courage, and wisdom, but also emotional fortitude. Okay, because our heart chakra. So we might have had to heal our heart, and they were trying to touch the anointing on our life, but that's what they're coming for now. They're coming back with authentic, but here's the deal: before they were fake, before they had this. Again, I'm hearing falsita. They were fake. They were false. They were posers, imposters. Okay, and what that is, what that looks like, I don't actually know. And I don't know why they were doing that either, because look at us. We're okay. What do we say about the tablecloth here, honey? So we were very clear to see for anybody who can see. If you're stupid enough to throw away an empress, I don't know what your problem is. And the energy here is like it was very clear. It was there the whole time with this, but they were on some demon time, to be honest, when they were really being blessed. So they told God, "No, I don't want to get blessed. No, no, thank you." Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's really fine, actually. But here's what happens now: if you don't want to get blessed, you will be a loser. So they've lost out, is what this is. But they made us believe that we were a loser, or they thought that we were a loser. And so now the tables turn. In fact, it turns out that they were a loser because they couldn't even recognize la imperatrice. Okay, so again, if we're a man watching, if we identify as male masculine, what this means is that our role and our relationship in the grand scheme of things, in terms of the universe, is profound and divine. They cannot fathom. They cannot fathom. Hey, baby, you okay? Hey, Baba's working. So just stay put, stay comfortable, all's well. Okay, so now what I'm receiving is that there was something here where they had a very one-track mind kind of thing. They were out with an agenda, with a plan. What we have is Il Bigetto, the magician, La Luna, the moon. Hmm. So really is that they're going to try to bury the hatchet with the five of swords in reverse. They're going to try to bury the hatchet. And again, they're going to come through with some authentic energy. Okay. But here's the deal: it's not actually going to work because we're moving on, moving forward to higher ground. We're leaving something behind. And something that's been latent, like I said, the moon is going to become manifest. So that's the full moon. Something that's been latent is going to become manifest. It's going to become known. Up until recently, it was hidden. And it's a double nine. So it's completion of a cycle. Okay. So it's not the culmination. We're not moving on from the cycle, but we're getting to the end. We're getting to the end of the cycle here. With the Four of Cups, that tells me that again, suppression but also now other people are getting rejected. We're having to reject a lot of people because of our divinity. So again, demigoddess, nine of pentacles, we're secure in the self. We've built ourselves up from the inside out. We've worked on ourselves and done our work, nine of pentacles. Yeah, Novi Denari, I'm hearing Novi, 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 Novi. So we have riches, but it's inner riches. So we've built ourselves up from the inside out. We've built ourselves up from the inside out here. There's nothing that they can do because they don't qualify. They really don't. What are we doing with the nails, darling? Didn't Baba tell you? Be careful. Watch it, honey. She's a quarter bobcat. She's a little wild. Um, yeah, so uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'll tell you in a moment. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're breaking out, breaking free. We're going to be inaccessible, unapproachable. They're not going to be able to get access to us at all. And that's a problem for them. They're feeling some kind of way about it because there's a complete ending. The seeds that they planted, they're feeling entitled and they're going to have an attachment, but it's not going to do anything. There's a definite ego death here. Okay, because we are moving on, moving forward. We're now prepared. We're now prepared to move on, to move forward. We're also getting initiated in some kind of way, some kind of shape, some kind of form or another. We're getting initiated. And so here's the deal. Boundaries, Five of Swords in reverse. They're going to try to bury the hatchet, but they were very sure when they did whatever they did to us. They wanted to destroy us. They wanted to betray us. But really what happened is they betrayed themselves. So we have everybody's heart in our hand now. Period, point blank. Some of us may be Cancer moon, Aries rising. Oop, oop. Okay, baby, let me just get your eye smooch. Thank you, honey. I'm sorry, Lala. Okay. Yeah, so Queen of Cups, Three of Swords is clarifying this Il Mato, the Fool. Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles is clarifying El Sole, the Sun. Yeah, so now everybody's in love with us. We're chosen, we're exalted, we're highly favored, blessed, and anointed. And they see that now, but they realize that the seeds that they planted, they're not going to reap the rewards. They're not able to manifest. Oh, what are you doing? Okay. They're not able to manifest anything really. Their heart's broken. They're separated from the thing that they wanted the most. They were going out trying to manifest the thing that was right in front of them. So that means that they weren't deemed as worthy, and God is using us in our glow up, us in our come up to prove a point, to teach them a karmic lesson. Let me get just a little bit more information here. Yeah, God wants them to be left out in the cold, to be honest, because they need to cry out for the Lord first before they come back to the kingdom. And that's just what that is. So we chose the time to come up, to heal, to whatever, what have you. So we had what's called a soul retrieval. Yeah, but now they're spying. Now they're realizing that they got the message late. They were a Judas, a Jonas, a Jezebel, traitor, trifling, treacherous, and treasonous. They're sideways, sneaky, and seditious. That's a no. They didn't ever came with good intentions because they weren't looking for the heart. They weren't looking for the soul. They were guided by sight, not by faith. And so, of course, they missed it because they weren't working with the Lord. And we have a triple three, a double three here. So something about them, they worked against themselves. Okay. They worked against themselves. The thing that they wanted came towards them and they couldn't recognize it because they were la facita. A real recognizes real. They were phony, they were fake, they were fictitious, so they didn't recognize. And their eyes were closed. They were blind. Two of Swords. Due disparity. They were blind. They were foolish. They were foolish. Ragazza, She gets into things here. She likes to play with my silk scarves. You can stop, darling. Thank you. I have a thing for silk scarves and kimonos. So I really have a big thing. I have a big thing. Okay. So yeah, that's the story. That they were foolish and we were tolerant as they were doing us dirty. We just kept coming with that loving, trying to bless them, trying to love on them. Okay. And they kept hurting and hurting and hurting us. And it infuriated the Lord. It infuriated Papa. Sky Daddy did not like that at all. Oh no, the Lord did not like that. The Lord got angry. The Lord got very upset. Mm-hmm. 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 Because it was clear to see how divine we were if only they would be about it. But they weren't about it. What's up, baby? Come on. Come on. They weren't about it. Okay, Papa's working. You come and get your cuddles. He's trying to get me back to my old bedtime, but I've been up much later. She wants to cuddle at 6 p.m. and now we do it at 10. Okay, so it's who we are and what we can offer has finally come out into the open. But the thing is there was always out into the open. It's just them that are starting to see it. And we've had some kind of like soul emergence or soul retrieval, or keep with the story. Okay, so the devil is clarified by the four of wands, four of swords, two of swords. So they wanted our spot. Actually, the devil is clarifying this three of wands, queen of pentacles, and the lover's card is clarified by the two of swords, four of swords. So they're cursed. They're guilty, shameful, lamenting. You're fine, honey. Lamenting because they've got themselves in a hard place they can't come out of. They need to atone, and it's not going to be to us. And that's just the thing. What they wanted came towards them, but since they were scheming, they wanted somebody, that was obvious. But we were hidden because they didn't have the right motives. Now, somebody here may be a Gemini rising, they may be a Libra rising. They're probably most likely Libra rising, Capricorn moon. Now, this moon, especially true if it's aspecting, probably conjunct their Mars. Somebody here has their moon in Virgo or their moon in Capricorn. If they have the moon in Capricorn, they have Mars there as well. Somebody also can be a Capricorn rising, but that's a very, very, very lesser degree. They're stuck now. They're not able to do what they want to do because they might not ever get the blessings that they're anticipating getting. They might not. Okay, watch the nails, little girl. What did I tell you? I don't like repeating myself. Thank you. So they're not going to get what they want because now they're doing some soul searching, investigating, researching what happened and why. It's because they were in the dark. They were on a dark night of the soul, dark journey of the soul, and they're still left there because they're being haunted by all the silly and stupid things that they've done. Probably because they were running around fake. They were imposter, la pasita. And that's the truth here. Okay. So they're left with the devil because they were objectifying us, they weren't loving us. They're acting like we're something to be won, like we're a prize to be won, and really we're a treasure to be granted. To be honest, that's what the truth is here. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. But that's what the moon is going to be revealing to us. Okay. So let's see if these are people. Uh-oh. Okay, so message directly from the opposition. Yeah, regret. Regret. And yes, eventually they'll get what they want, but it's not going to be us because we're leaving them behind. That's very clear to me. Okay, because they were ego driven. They were ego driven, but we felt something. We knew what was going on because there was telepathy. Watch the nail. There was telepathy. So we knew something. Ego driven, acting in one's own self interest, driven by a need to prove oneself better than others, does not truly love a person, loves more what the person can give. Yeah. They were objectifying us. They were, and it's not mutually beneficial nourishing needs exchange. Random thoughts and intense feelings brought about by our twin, noticing patterns, images, or numbers. Yeah, so I did feel like a contract was breaking, but I didn't have. Honestly, this is broken vows. It's not. It's what I'm getting. Noticing patterns, images, or numbers in your day to day that remind you of your person. My pride and ego held me back and stopped me from being my true authentic self. I am afraid you will reject me because I fear I'm not good enough for you. My self-confidence is just a facade. I think I made a mistake. I should have never let you go. I should have stayed and fought for our connection, but I was weak and fearful. Now I'm here mourning over the loss of you. So it's a yes eventually, but not definitely, which means that they're going to get it with somebody else, not us. Do not get up there, honey. Tikane, Chandi. Excuse me, madam. Do not get up there. Okay, so this went quiet. So that's the messages I have here. This is what the moon's going to do for us. This is a moon reading. So if God protected us, let's see what that is and what that was about. Yeah, divinely connected and protected. Okay. So they will become enlightened. This is the shared energy. But see, they were a malicious, manipulative chess little player. They were energy vampire. They were opportunistic. And they honestly, they thought that we were on a downward trajectory, that things were going to end for us, die for us. But it's not going to happen. Now, also, I do want to be honest. Okay. I do feel like somebody was around us or in our life or whatever, or what have you, that was putting death energy on us. What that means is we were in a cycle of somebody trying to end things for us, and it was a cyclical thing. So somebody really didn't want to see us come up, but we did recover. So whatever we had before, if they don't walk across the threshold with us, we have to leave them alone. Don't do it. And so that's going to irritate them quite greatly. And you know, to be honest, I'm not going to care. That's just what that is, what that be, what that looks like. So your loss, not mine. And now they're jealous, okay? Because they'd rather take from others, meaning they just want to take shortcuts. They can't be direct. So we bloomed where we were planted. So what does that mean? Despite the dirt being shoveled on us, we still blossomed. They tried to bury us, but they didn't realize we were a seed. They'd put us through all this pressure, and really we came out like a diamond. So even though they had ulterior motives, they really blessed us. And this wisdom, bloom where you're planted. Okay. So what it did is it's going to create a storm because they were doing shady stuff, and who we were and what we were was clear as love. What they needed was self-love, and we went through a metamorphosis because they weren't filling our cup. They were lurking, sneaky deaky tweaky. They were Merkel looking on us. They didn't have the right approach, the right intention. And so once we cleared our energy, it cleared them away. And this is what they wanted. We were surrounded by players, but they wanted, because we have the Midas touch, the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress card. We are golden goose. We have the Midas touch. Okay. So we could have been This could have been us. That's an energetic match, but no. Unless somebody has a sun in Capricorn and the other person has the moon in Capricorn, it's a no now. Now it's a no. Okay. And so they're gonna be jealous because we're clear on what's going on now. They were waiting patiently instead of coming towards us for whatever when we were hidden in plain sight. So now they're just gonna take shots at us. And we are really loving, empathetic, sweet as sugar. That's they're probably not us. So things are gonna shift around us. And if things are changing and they're staying the same, by definition, they're getting worse. Okay, so that's just that on that. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything I said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dandava, and I shall. Take good care, darling. Bye-bye.